now listening to the Sportz Nutz.
Hey, welcome to the Sportz Nutz. Yes, this is episode 162 officially. But of course, we're kind of like in the 190 range of all the interviews we do and everything. But we're really excited about tonight's episode. We have a very special guest. This young lady has a professional basketball career, and we are beyond excited. As you guys know, both Matt and myself, we are girl dads. Shane technically is a girl dad because he's got Miss Lily. But Mike, he's not a girl dad, so we can't really say he's a girl dad. But without further ado, because we are pressed with time with this young lady, please, if everybody can, round of applause, welcome Miss Addison Burlison. Excuse me, I can't talk. Addison, what's going on? How are you doing?
I'm well. How's everyone doing?
Good. Thank you so much for coming on. I know you guys are pressed with time because you have an event coming up, so we're definitely going to get right into it. Now, the first question that I have for you is the moment that you signed the contract with the team in Peru, what was your first reaction, and who was the first person you told, I've signed a professional contract?
Oh, that's a great question. My initial reaction, it didn't even feel real until I was on the plane and about to land in Peru, to be honest with you. But initially, I was just thanking God for making this happen. Like, I'm just so grateful for the experience. I have a little bit of overseas experience from the UK, but signing this contract was a little bit different. I think the first person that I told was my mom, and she was ecstatic.
I can only imagine, my daughter, as you got to meet her, she has lofty goals. She wants to play professional basketball, professional softball, and she wants to go to Vanderbilt, Clemson, or Furman. Those are her choices. So good on her for that part on there. And, I get excited when I see, women's sports get recognized, because that's really where it's a lot more fun to watch. Not just saying it because I'm a girl dad times 4, but it's just a lot of fun to see women's sports. I think realistically, in my mind, women have more of the heart and the desire to want to compete at an exponential level, and I really enjoy that kind of thing. Shane, go ahead.
Oh, yeah. Well, Addie, thanks again for coming on with us tonight. First kind of international superstar that we've had on the show for us. So, in research for tonight's show, learned a lot about your journey. So can you kind of let our listeners and viewers out there know, what it's like for not really picking up a basketball until your freshman year of high school to the place that you are now?
Yeah, I mean, if you would have asked me, it was almost 10 years ago now that I started playing basketball. If you would have asked myself or any of the people around me, any of my teammates, like, who do you think is going to end up playing professional basketball? I don't think a single person would have bet on me. Like, I don't even know if I would have bet on myself. But it's one of those things that I just stuck with throughout the years. And I was really blessed to have coaches that were willing to work with me and give me an opportunity and just see where it would take me. My end of my freshman year of high school, I went to a point guard college basketball camp. And that's the company that I now work for during the summers as well. But my director there, he sat me down and was like, Addie, what do you want to do with the game? And I was like, to be honest with you, I don't know if I'll ever be good enough to do anything with the game. And he looked me in the eye and said something that just I think about almost every day, was like, if you want to take this game to the college level, to whatever the next level is for you, you can do it. I have full faith in you. And that really just propelled me forward to pour everything into basketball and not be afraid to be really passionate about the sport. And yeah, I've just kept going with it.
Nothing wrong with that. Real quick, before I go to Matt, we have a question for one of our audience movers. At what age did you and your family know this was a dream that could be realized?
That's a great question. Um, yeah, I don't know if there was necessarily one age where I knew that I could play professional basketball. Just because my basketball journey has really been filled with adversity. And yeah, I remember my 5th year of college, I was having kind of a rough season, and I had had a long meeting with my coach going into winter break. And it was one of those things that was frustrating, disappointing, and a little bit motivating at the time. And I was like, you know what? Like, I'm not going to let this adversity define me. And I went back to my apartment and literally Googled, how do I play basketball overseas? So I guess I could say 23. But even more so, last year as I was in the UK, halfway through the season, and I was just sitting there thinking about all of my dreams. And I had found an old notebook where I'd written down some of my goals with basketball. And reflecting on it, I was like, wow, like I've done all of these things. It's time to get a bigger dream and really put everything into this and see where it could take me.
Absolutely, and there's nothing wrong with doing that. Dreams are, they're meant to be realized. And I mean, real quick, when I was in 8th grade, I got to do a production thing for my high school, for my middle school, for the sport. And I said, you know what? I went home that night. I said, Mom, I'm gonna be on the radio. And she said, no, you're not. And I'm like, yeah, I will. I'll be on the radio. And lo and behold, here we are these years later, and I actually got to live my dream. So it really means a lot when you write down your goals and you follow through with them. I love it. Matt, go ahead.
Yes. Hey, Addison. Once again, thank you for coming on. We really appreciate it. You taking the time out. Since joining the Peru team, can you tell us what's been the biggest adjustment for you on and off the court?
Yeah, absolutely. So I landed here Saturday morning. So I've been here a little bit less than a week. Off the court, it's definitely been an adjustment, not speaking the language. I speak a little bit of Spanish, but it's just because like I had to take Spanish in high school, and I'm trying to remember, little words here and there, but it's not anything close to fluent. So that's been an adjustment that I'm getting used to. And then on the court, yeah, it kind of goes off of that as well, because I like to be more of a vocal leader, and it's taking some getting used to not necessarily know how to do that to my full capacity, since I don't know the language of most of my teammates.
Okay.
Nothing wrong with that. Mike, go ahead.
Who is your biggest influence in basketball?
Oh, that's a great question. I'll give you 2. On the men's side, Kobe Bryant, no explanation needed, really. Mamba mentality is something almost every basketball player tries to live out. And then on the women's side, I would say Kelsey Plum. Like, she's just a dog. She's anchored in her faith, and it's just a player that I strive to be like.
Oh man, wow! Kelsey Plum, she's phenomenal. My favorite player in the WNBA, I'm partially biased because I'm from Atlanta, but Ryan Howard, she does phenomenal things. My wife had the privilege of meeting Asia Wilson. My wife works at a dyslexic school, and Asia Wilson herself is dyslexic, and she donated an entire basketball court to the school. So it's really cool, like how that goes along there. Now, real quick, after your time is up in Peru, what other countries, or even are you looking at possibly trying to get into the WNBA?
Yeah, long term, I would like to spend the bulk of my career in Europe. I would love to play in France, play in Italy, Croatia, even. I found out recently that I'm a big portion of Croatian. Like my dad's side of the family is all Croatian and Slovenian. So it'd be nice to tap into my roots there. Um, and yeah, kind of go from there and just see where the game takes me.
Absolutely. All right, Shane, go ahead.
Oh yeah, well, during your time in high school, and I believe you mentioned about this earlier, the PGC, the Point Guard College basketball program. You were the youngest one at the age of 17 after your, I believe, junior summer. That they offered you a spot to be a basketball instructor. Can you kind of give us an idea of what that's like and of that program? And when I was reading up, I saw the acronym SHAPE. Can you kind of give us an idea of what that stands for and, kind of how to apply that to everyday life?
Yeah, absolutely. So to begin with, just big shout out to PGC. They're not paying me to say that, but I wouldn't be half the basketball player that I am without them. I've learned so much about the game from teaching it through PGC, and then, just being in an environment each summer for the past 8 summers now, where I can just be all in on basketball and learn the physical side of the game, but the mental side as well. Something that PGC is really big on is developing leaders and creating a transformational experience through these week-long camps. And a big focus on that is the acronym SHAPE. So SHAPE, those are our 6 intangibles that we teach: spirit, communication, hustle, approach, precision, and enhancement. And they're really just some good checkpoints to live by as a basketball player and as a person as well. Spirit is the energy that you bring, and sport psychology says that energy enhances human performance, which is absolutely true. Communication, kind of self-explanatory, how you interact with others verbally, non-verbally, how you interact with your teammates, coaches. Hustle, moving with a sense of urgency. Approach, how you approach any situation, whether it's on the basketball court or off the basketball court. Like, what's the mental side of that you're going into whatever circumstance with. Precision is obviously attention to detail, and then enhance. How do you make your environment better wherever that may be?
I love that. Matt, go ahead.
All right. Hey, Addison. So, pretty much a lot of people that play ball over here in the States, they don't realize that, playing ball overseas sometimes can be a totally different game. Can you kind of let the people know, what are the differences in tempo, physicality, and coaching style overseas compared to how it is over here in the States?
Oh gosh, another good question. Well, I feel like I kind of got lucky being able to go from, college ball in America to playing in the UK, because the UK is a good intermediate between American basketball and European basketball in the ways that it's still developing. But I would say the biggest difference really is the tempo, and the personnel that you're playing against. I think a big learning experience for me was one of our first games last season. I was looking at the scouting report and thinking about it. I'm like, wow, these aren't just college players that I'm playing against now. These are grown women with families to feed and bills to pay. So it takes it to a whole nother level of seriousness and, having so much on the line every time you step onto the court.
Addison, basketball is such an important aspect of life. That's actually how Matt and I met, was playing basketball. We could spend hours upon hours telling you about how many times I've been thrown out of games because that's kind of the way I was. I'm my idol was Dikembe Mutombo. I got to meet him when I was 15 years old, and Matt will tell you that I was a physical individual. I like to rebound. I was not letting anybody get that ball. It was always mine. And when I watched your game film, I absolutely got excited. And we're going to do our best to spread your name out there. I want to I have some people who I know in the WNBA. Obviously, there's that possibility of a lockout could happen. But I do know people in the WNBA. I'm going to definitely forward your game film on because we want everybody to have the opportunity to grow in every aspect of life. And that's kind of what we do. That's different from a lot of sports talks shows is we want everybody to get the chance to grow, to get their name out there. But, before I let you go, I want to say this. We, from myself, from Shane, from Matt, from Mike, and everybody else who is watching and listening, which we are on 95.5 KFCE in Texas, people, I will tell you, they really are excited about your journey, and I can't wait to hear the next steps that come in your journey when we talk again. Because we're going to have you come on again later on. But I really am excited for the future, what it holds for you. Real quick before we let you go, can you let everybody know where they can follow you, and then also give us a quick detail about how many games are slated for the professional league in Peru?
Yeah, absolutely. So, oh gosh, where do I begin? You can find me on Instagram first and foremost at Addie Burlison. It's just my name, AddieBurlison. I try to be active on there and respond to as many DMs as I can to stay connected. And then as far as my schedule here in Peru, it's about a 2 or 3 month season, and we'll be having one or two games a week. And that lineup isn't released until the week of. So I'm not exactly sure what the lineup is going to be, but my next game is tomorrow evening at 6:30 p.m. And I believe you can stream that on the Liga de Lima YouTube page. It should be there.
Oh, nice. All right. Real quick before I let you go, Shane, say your goodbyes to her, please, sir.
Oh yeah, well, as always, we appreciate anybody that comes on. I'm sorry, my dog's trying to get in the camera and say bye as well, but it's a pleasure. I think you are on the right track. You've got the right personality and all, and it's always great to have a fellow Braves fan on with us.
Go Braves.
That's right. Go Braves indeed. Absolutely. Matt, unmute yourself and say goodbye to her, please, sir.
Yeah, good luck. Good luck in your, with your game tomorrow, and good luck in your future endeavors. We'll definitely be checking you out.
Yes, Addison, we are going to be cheering you on loud, even though you're on the other side of the country, basically, because you're on the back side of the country. We still cheer you on, and you're gonna hear it loud and proud from South Carolina, North Carolina, Atlanta, and Pittsburgh. We are cheering you on loud and proud, Addie, and I really appreciate you taking the time to talk to us. My daughter Addison just did this, and the smiling from ear to ear with her, and she just walked. I have you on the TV, and she's watching everything, and she absolutely is excited. So I think you have a new fan there. She's only 7, but I think you have a little 7-year-old fan. But Addison, I really appreciate you, and I will keep up touch with you, and we'll talk soon. Does that sound good?
Yeah, absolutely. I just want to say thank you to the 4 of you again as well for having me on here, and to anybody who's listening to this interview right now, or even in the future after it's posted somewhere. And I just, to any young athletes out there, even high school, college, whatever level you are, I just want to say that at the end of the day, the only person that can stop you from achieving what you want is you. So if you have a goal, if you have a dream, if you're willing to put in the work and go through some adversity and some challenges, then ultimately, if you stick with it, like you can make it happen. So bet on yourself, believe in yourself, and keep putting in the work.
Amen. Addie, have a good evening. We'll talk soon, okay?
Awesome. Thanks so much,
Take care.
guys.
I appreciate
Have a
it.
good one.
Oh, man. I know that was pressed for time, and I apologize that we were pressed, but so cool that, I mean, think about it. Like, her journey is that's a pretty miraculous journey, you know, like to go through what she's gone through. Really excited for her, and cannot be more proud of the influencer that she really has become. Real quick, by the way, I don't know if anybody knows, who is this person sitting right beside me, Mr. Matt Thomas. How are you doing, sir?
Oh man, you know, same old man. Just trying to, you know, happy Friday. You know, ready to get this weekend active. Got college football, got the NBA back. I'm watching the games now. And you know, ready for this World Series to start. I mean, it's just the best time in sports is the fall time, man. So I'm just soaking it all in.
Game. Forgot a game.
Oh, well, what's that game?
Cal Vitek. You get to see Berkeley do good.
Is that why I keep seeing those alerts? Like, what was that? All right. By the way, Matt, me and Pinsman have a little way we want to pick on you real quick. Pinsman, remind him what did he call Bronny James again? What did he call him? Just for everybody to remember that. What did he call him?
He called him the chosen one.
And then I want everybody to know the chosen one or the prince, whatever he wants to call him. Matt, real quick, how many points and how many minutes did Bronny James play on opening night?
I have no idea. Probably none. Yeah.
How about that? How about that? The chosen one?
We thought he was the chosen one.
Yeah.
What
happened to the chosen one?
I'll tell you who is the chosen one. Let's talk about all these roundups in sports that people getting arrested. But
yes.
Let's talk about these chosen ones. Let's talk about these chosen ones.
Well, we're going to talk about that, I promise.
Look, guys. Bronny James,
Lord.
you know, he's the son of LeBron James. No matter what Bronny James does, he's going to receive backlash and hate for it. He can come out and drop 20.
The next Eric Bledsoe too.
He can come.
He ain't gonna drop 20 points, man. Get out of that lane. He is not gonna get.
He can come out and drop 20 points, and Brandon is still gonna find a way to say he's not a good player. Look, guys, he's a young kid.
I remember your words exactly. Eric Bledsoe type.
Thank you. Brandon, do we need to go back and when you were saying something about Rudy Gobert being David Robinson? Do you want to go back? You want to bark up that tree? Because we could bark up that tree. Yeah. You ain't know about that, did you?
I remember that one. Oh yeah,
he said Rudy Gay could potentially be a
Rudy
David Robinson.
Gobert, and
so it's back when
Rudy
Rudy
Gobert
like.
I said they could be like.
That's not what was said.
Anyway,
yeah, let's change the subject.
The gentleman below me, which, you know, as he was so prevalent to sit there and say, I don't like enough. I like sitting below you because everything that falls down, blah, blah, blah. Shane, man, how was your, hey, look, everybody, for those who don't know, Shane has had a little bit of a rough week, to say the least, but I'm so happy to see you, man. How was the rest of your week?
Hey, well, I can go ahead and say this. If it weren't for bad luck, I wouldn't have any. So let's just start that off. And you know, it hit right in the middle of the week. But, man, it's been good. Was able to, you know, get around, do things, you know, finish up a nice, you know, relaxing work week. So, man, it's been a good time. It's getting a little bit chilly up here. It's 34 degrees when I crunk up the car this morning. So it's staying chilly. And I think next Tuesday it's supposed to be 51 up here is the high. So fall is in full swing. Leaves are at peak color just about around here. So man, it's going to be a wonderful rest of the episode with you guys, and a wonderful weekend. Might even go up into the forest and you know, get in some of that scenery.
Be careful, Shane. You know, all these Bigfoot sightings and stuff coming up lately, man. You might want to be careful out there in that forest, man.
Listen, up here in Appalachia, if you see something, you didn't see anything. If you hear something, you didn't hear anything.
Hey, Shane,
go.
Shane,
Right.
don't
So just know that we
don't
we
forget
know
to
that.
hey, make sure you get apples with you.
Oh, hey,
Yes.
we got.
He
plenty
lives right down the road from the best orchard there is in Jeter Mountain. Oh man.
Oh yeah, well, I'll geek out a little bit. Me and my dad were actually talking about it, and there's something about these thermal heat waves that come up through and these little chutes. But Hendersonville's right there in that little chute for one of them on the East Coast, and that's why the apples grow so good up there. So
Yes.
man, we love it, and
Well, there you go.
you those
You
those
get the
apples
Bigfoot.
are key.
Give the big play. I love it. Hey, guys, this gentleman's sitting catty corner to us, though. You guys have seen him quite a bit, though. But Pinsman, man, how are you doing?
I'm all right. It's colder. It's probably colder up here than it is down there, but it's cold. But I'm doing all right. And the Sixers
hey.
won the other night against the Celtics, so I'm happy.
Yeah,
Hey, yeah.
Might not work out tomorrow for you boys.
DJ.
Against your
DJ.
Bobcats? Against your Bobcats? Come on.
You mean
DJ.
the Hornets?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Did you watch any of that game the other night?
You're coming up here. You're not used to up here.
Oh no, we'll be all right. We'll be all right.
all
If we
right.
can play half the game, we should be
See,
good.
half the game. He can play half the game.
Shoot. My team didn't even show up in opening night.
Our team got swamped by 20 points.
And the
against
chosen
the
one didn't even play either.
Our team got mollywopped by the Canadians, man.
Woo. Yeah. We'll talk about that in a little bit too. Hey guys, real quick, let everybody know we have
I
an
got a question
absolute
for you
jam-packed
guys too.
show. Okay. I
wait
will
till
let
we
you
get
guys know this. The first story that we're going to talk about, this is an absolute trip. This is a real story that we're about to talk about, okay? You've got to tip your caps, though, to this particular head coach for trying to instill a sense of winning in these young athletes. I'm about to show you the longest losing streak ever in any sport. And I promise you, this is any sport. This is absolutely insane. You guys are going to be blown away when you see this. Matt, Shane, everybody, the entire NBA is on the watch list for the FBI. Right now, currently, it was 4 teams. However, it is believed that it's going to balloon to 11 teams, and over 40 players have been mentioned. This one in particular is Matt's boy, the quote king. He was mentioned that he might have had his hand in this situation. We'll talk a little bit about that as well.
About that one, he didn't have nothing to do with it. It was somebody else.
You set that record straight, man.
Yeah, it was somebody else. Somebody said had intel. They knew LeBron wasn't gonna play, so they said, "Hey, LeBron ain't playing better on this team," and that's what happened. King ain't had nothing to do with it. The king wouldn't sully his fingertips in such dirty soil. He wouldn't. do that.
This is our guy John right here. John, actually, I can, because you're about to see a stat that in the history of all sports, nobody has ever had this happen. Then, guys, we also have our weekly college. Look, I understand people are wondering why didn't this in the college pick them up. It's just been a really rough week. So this week, everybody got a bye week, and it's not going to count against or for it. But we have 10 games we're going to choose from. I have the list sitting right here. 10.
Got to retire them votes, boy.
I'm ignoring you. Then we have our honorable mentions, and we have our upcoming episodes. There's no errors in this because it's on a. Anyways, all right, you guys ready?
I'm ignoring you.
Is everybody ready to see this set? John, I know you about to hit. All right, hold on now, Matt.
I'm sorry. I'm just playing.
All right, you ready?
Yeah, let's go.
This is a true stat. Okay, this team hasn't won a football game since I was a sophomore in high school.
1950?
You're so funny. I forgot to laugh. Go get your newspaper, please.
What's the newspaper?
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a real stat. Matt, everybody study it. How many losses does it say in a row?
Is this football?
Yes.
This is a high school football. This is a real high school football.
These kids are like they're in middle school. That's why they got 150 straight losses. I mean,
this is up in Minnesota. This team won the last time they won a game. I kid you not. The last time they won a game, I was a sophomore in high school, 1999. So, John, to answer your question, they haven't won a game in over 26 years. You know what, Matt? They haven't won in 26 years. This is the last score of their last game. Yes, they lost 77-20.
And those 22 are probably pity points too. They put their
they probably were. They had to.
Look at them 20 points.
Matt, you got to give them credit for scoring 22
against the team's third stringers. I shall not.
It's points are points, man.
Look, I just saw the picture. I just saw the picture of the team. Nobody. I'm looking at the picture now. Nobody on this team. Brandon, can you put the picture back up, please?
Yeah, hold on.
Put the picture back up, please.
No wonder he thinks Bryan's the
I don't. Nobody on this team. First of all, nobody's over 6 feet tall on this photo. There's not one person over 6 feet tall. Look,
that you know of.
Okay, look at the numbers here. Look at the offensive line.
Can't do justice.
Look at the offensive line in here. Look at the offensive line.
I understand, but Matt, let's also
look at number 71, man.
Matt,
what's number 71 gonna do, bro?
Matthew Thomas, I'm gonna mute you. All right. So the reason why I'm mentioning this, okay, folks, is this
breathe.
This is what when I said you got to tip your cap to the head coach for this, because what did he do? He took the entire team to see what it was like to win a national title game. He took him to there, let him see what it felt like. Let him see what it feels like to go to the playoffs. Because I mean, again, it's been 26 years since they got their last, and that losing streak by K-State is the second longest in NCAA history. I can believe it. 28 straight. But I will tell you this, though, Matt. Like, I mean, come on. This team used to be a really big team in Minnesota. And then, as you know it happens, Matt. I mean, what just happened last year in Georgia, we went from, 10 quad A, 11, 12 quad A. Now, literally, they put 300 together in 7 quad A, and there's 300 teams bouting for 10 playoff positions. It happens a lot. And this team has been, every team they pull from their pool. It happens. When schools get big, or they branch out elsewhere. But Matt, think about this for a second. The vast majority of these kids at this team at the school, they will never see what it's like to taste a W. What does that instill in a mind of an athlete, knowing your team is basically guaranteed to lose for the next umpteen years?
Well, let's put this into perspective. Those kids that you saw in that photo, their parents probably went to that school and were on the team. Their dads were on the team and didn't win. So we're talking about 2 generations of people that didn't win. But with that being said, man, look, guys, we know it's all sports. We know sports is competitive. Yeah, we laugh and we joke, but as long as those kids are out there giving 100%, man, that's all that matters. Right now, they're just kind of at a point where it's unfortunate that they're just losing. Every team goes through this. Every high school team goes through this. Every college team goes through this when all your players are gone and you're rebuilding and you're trying to build a new identity. But eventually they will get a win. It's going to happen. They will get a win, either albeit them moving to a lower conference, or something happening. They get them getting better players. But losing that many games, man, that can be kind of damaging to kind of just the town in general, the town where that school is at. That can be really damaging. But also at the same time, man, as long as the parents are there and the crowd is there giving them 110% to their team, cheering the team on, they'll be okay, man. But man, that's a lot of losses in a row, man. That's a lot of losses.
Oh, I mean, I'm trying to wrap my head. So there's a school by you, Matt. It's called Meadow Creek. You know Meadow Creek very well.
I know Meadow Creek very well.
Remember, they lost 48 in a row, and then they're finally now winning like 2 to 3 games a year. They still are really bad, but that's another example of a lot of these kids. Our good friend Bryan Greenblatt went there, and he said that their football team was absolutely trash when he went there. He said that they couldn't, they would go play against Duluth, and Duluth for a long time they wouldn't win games but they always beat Meadow Creek. It happens. You're right. It's very unfortunate, but I watched the video with the coach and these players. Yeah, they all have that aspirations of getting that first W. Actually, they absolutely enjoy getting the opportunity to be a part of a team. They even said that a lot of these players said, even though we're losing every game, it's still nice to go out there and spend time with my fellow teammates right there. And they genuinely had a positive attitude. I can guarantee you, though, when they get that first W, that monkey that comes off their back is going to be tremendous. What do you think, Shane? I mean, have you ever seen a team lose at least 50 games in a row? I mean, I don't know. Like, what is the most you've ever seen a team lose in a row?
I can't even tell you. I know there's some ridiculous streaks and stuff like that out there. That I've kind of been a part of. It seems like that there's certain teams, especially around here, that just don't do well. We were actually talking about one today. East Hendersonville, they're filling their whole JV team because they have 8 varsity players now because everybody's quit. They haven't won a game in 2 years. But this is kind of an insane kind of streak that we're talking about. We hear about streaks a lot. On the positive side on the sports world, and they eventually come to an end, but hopefully this one comes to an end a whole lot sooner than what other people think. I just got a couple questions on this. How big actually is the school, and as you mentioned, do the schools kind of break up and stuff, and kind of cause some of this rift and kind of put these kids there, and this is kind of the best product that they got, and everything else has been redistricted. Politics, gotta love it. But
our good friend Kyle at the Seriously Shenanigans, he's from Minnesota. I'm gonna reach out to him because I want to know, like what you just said though, Shane. Like the poolings.
Well, that, and how many coaches have they gone through to try to turn this around? Because as I was talking to somebody about that East Henderson team today, I was talking about my old high school, Chesterfield, with Coach Steve Tannehill. They went 0-10, then they went 1-9, then they went 3-8 his first year there. His second year there, my senior year, we lost the state championship game by 1 point, went 11-3. So it's, it's just a matter of, getting the right people into place. But, hopefully I'm with everybody here, probably out there, everybody listening and watching us. We hope this streak can come to an end. But, as you mentioned, the coach and everybody in that program, they've got all kinds of, great mentalities that come from just building and playing the game of football alone. So, they might not win on the field, but they've got the right mentality off. And so hopefully that changes for them. They start winning again.
Hey man, what do you think, Pinsman? First off, have you ever seen a particular program lose that many in a row?
Not that big of a streak, but I've seen the Yankees lose a couple in a row. I'm still in the World Series drought, so not that big. But like Shane said, what's wrong with the coaches? What's wrong with that? Is it big? Is it small school? And you never know. James Franklin's still available. Maybe we should bring him to high school and see if he can revamp this and get the streak going. I don't know. Do something. So I don't know.
Say which level of coaching he needed to be at. He just said that he
needed to be at. That's right. That's right. But I mean, like
he said, he wants to win another championship. He didn't say high school.
Hey, yeah. How great would that be for them though to do that? Like, I mean, just think about this for a second. I mean, if they were to just miraculously get a victory and then they get more and then they end up going to the playoffs. I mean, that's a huge win for this program to know you have not won since 1999, since the last time the Braves went to the World Series against the Yankees. That's how long it's been. It's 26 years. That's a really long drought. I hope it ends. I really do. Oh, so tip your caps literally to everything. Which, by the way, there is a story that I just heard today, Shane, in the upstate of South Carolina. This is something that's really cool, and you got to tip your cap. Ware Shoals, you know Ware Shoals, right?
Don't get me started on Ware Shoals. We played them in the playoffs. So like their story program and stuff like that. We went out there. They've got this cannon that they shoot off after touchdowns and stuff, and we weren't supposed to beat them at all. Like we had no chance, no shot in the world to go up there and beat them at all.
Boom! Yes.
Well, we beat them by 9 points. On some stuff, which I can let you guys know some of them stories later on, but it's 0 and all. A couple of guys that I know that were on the baseball team with me, they were juniors, didn't play football. They ran over there and shot that cannon off after we won.
Oh wow!
And man, of course we were down in South Carolina. Hey,
Lily. Miss Lily.
But we were down on the other side of South Carolina from Ware Shoals, and so we had charter buses and everything to go up there. Got out of school early because of the time frame, but man, it was an experience up there in Ware Shoals. I can tell you that much.
Well, the reason why I mentioned that because Matt, Ware Shoals was up until this year was pulling a Meadow Creek. They were not winning worth a hoot. For the first time since 1988, y'all, if they win tonight, they're 9-0, and they're firmly in the driver's seat to be able to host the first round of the playoffs. Congratulations to that. Like, see, that's what you just said right there too, Shane. If they get that opportunity, if this school gets that opportunity to end that 150 game losing streak, and who's to say next year they don't go 10-0? Like, how cool would that be for them?
I can tell you, in the fall of 2006, they were the number 1 seed in the state in our division. So
it's there. It's an opportunity. That's for darn sure.
They haven't been bad for that long.
No, but I mean, just think about it. Like, how cool would that be for them to find? Like, if even I know that their season's coming to an end. They only have 2 games left at that school, so they could finish realistically on a 152 game losing streak. But if they get just 2 of those wins, I'm tapping that as a winning season, because you just ended something that nobody for the last 6 years have had the opportunity to go. You've done something that's pretty remarkable. So shout out to everybody. I'm Kyle. If you're still in here at the Series Shenanigans, let us know more about this school. We would absolutely love. They're called Red Hawk High School. The Red Lake Warriors, and they are in Minnesota. Red Lake Warriors in Minnesota. Let us know if you know about this team. We greatly appreciate it. All right, so as you guys just heard Matt allude to start everything, there has been some major bleep going on in the NBA. So much so now that players that, there's one particular player who actually, Matt, I told you this too. I wanted him to be the head coach of Atlanta before Quinn Snyder. Chauncey Billups. Yes, Chauncey Billups. Look, that same one.
Come out with your hands up. Sorry.
So, Matt, let me ask you this thing. It's currently 4 teams. But it has been estimated it could be as much as 11. Over 45 players have been mentioned in this thing. Even as recently as today, Kevin Garnett was mentioned. He was sitting in the same poker room at the same poker mat or whatever match with Chauncey Billups, and they were taking advice back and forth. Like, is this will you? Let me ask you this, Matt. Do you think this is going to tarnish the NBA for a long time, or what?
No, I don't think it's going to tarnish the NBA until they prove that somebody actually was shaving points. Even though people don't know, point shaving has been going on. Brandon, you remember that movie Blue Chips back in the day with Nick Nolte and then Shaq and Penny Hardaway, and until people can actually prove that points were being shaved, I don't think it's going to hurt. Now, what's going on is, ever since prop bets and stuff started coming out, man, that's kind of what's been hurting, man, the league a little bit, if you want to say that. Whereas, like, for example, with Terry Rozier, they said
I was
200,000.
hoping you'd mention. He's been mentioned multiple times.
Yeah, they said he had $200,000 waged on him one game or something like that last year, and it was the game that he played for 9 minutes and then checked himself, and then he got hurt, and everybody bet the under on all his stuff and won a lot of money. So, and for people that don't know what that means, let's say you go to these sites, like for example, let's say shameless plug, Underdog Fantasy. You go to them, and let's say you go to a particular player. It could be any player in the league, man. You go to a player, and let's say it's Terry Rozier, and let's say they have Terry Rozier. They go by averages. Let's say he's at 11. Terry Rozier points are at 11.5. So either he's going to get higher than 11.5 points or lower than 11.5 points. So if you bet the higher and you put a lot of money on a high and he gets the high, then you win money. Regardless, doesn't matter. You win money. If you do the low and he gets the low, you win money. So what he did, or what they're allegedly saying that he was doing, was, they will bet the low on all his stats, and then he would get hurt, and then he would, collect the money. So that's what happened to him. That's what happened to Jonte Porter, who took all of the brunt of this last year when he got banned from the league. Those who don't know, that's Michael Porter Jr.'s brother. So, man, you got people in Chauncey Billups, your coach. Come on, your coach can't do that, man. If you're
$7 million out of all, if you're banking really good in general, as
he has money.
You had money. What was the point in this thing? You just ruined your whole life. You best believe Thiago Splitter is going to be that. They're going to take that term interim away from him.
Chauncey Billups would never coach in this league again. All these players that are getting caught, and then D'Angelo Russell get caught with something.
D'Angelo Russell got arrested by the FBI. Well, and it gets even more dicey on that one because there's conversations that D'Angelo Russell and Tony Rozier have been mentioned with the M word, that they may have offed some people. There was a story that was mentioned.
All right. So I learned from my days about talking about Marvin Harrison that I'm not going to touch on that stuff. So we're gonna leave that alone.
But Shane, what do you think about this whole thing? I mean, this is absolutely this is something you'd see on a movie, not in real life, right?
Oh yeah, well, this, I'll go ahead and lay it out for everybody. But this is actually two separate cases. Really, it's kind of a collaborative, kind of investigation, but two separate cases. Like the Chauncey Billups one, that's all about poker and gambling. That's what's mentioned mixed in with the Gambino crime family, and there's, I believe, 3 other crime families out of the New York area that are related to that one, which was, like, as Matt mentioned, a $7 million kind of ring that they took from people. But the other case is a sports betting thing where you're talking about inside information. It's basically the sports world version of stock market insider trading. We've heard, multiple times in the stock markets and up in Wall Street and all, insider traders, they kind of, all come to an end at a certain point after they get so big. And I guess this is what's kind of come to it. 34 people have been arrested so far just in these two cases. There's a suspected 30 more people, a mix of current and former athletes along with that have been mentioned in this. One of the things that I think's incredibly ironic about this whole deal is that earlier in the week the NCAA passed a notion to allow players to bet on professional sports.
Oh my God!
Online gambling and sports gambling's become legal in almost all but 9 states now.
Handful of states, yeah.
So I mean, this is kind of the biggest kind of controversy and kind of rings that we've seen here lately. But with this NBA ring, I would not be surprised if somehow this investigation into the college basketball gambling that they've been doing for the past year or so won't be connected in some sort with this NBA deal on the sports gambling side. It's unfortunate, for everybody involved. I can tell you, I watched a little bit on the machines that they were using in these poker games, and man, if you had that technology and you weren't trying to use it to make money, there's something wrong with you.
Did you hear what some of the things that Chauncey Billups had? He had X-ray glasses.
Oh yeah,
and the glasses were able to show like what the next card was, and like what the counting. It was so. That's the like
dealer, the dealer. There was a screen underneath the dealer when he shuffled the cards to know exactly how he shuffled them, to know which hand would win every time.
And this is like James Bond kind of stuff.
You
know?
It's crazy, and hey, the FBI is involved, and you know. I don't want to politicize anything or and all that, but I did see a report that Stephen said that Trump's the cause of it.
Oh, boy. Yeah, actually, Trump had.
Pete, no more talking politics.
Yeah. But no, man, it's crazy. Yeah, I mean, they got caught cheating, and people got mad and outed them. It's just pretty much what it is. You know, it would have been going on if they just weren't cheating, but. That's kind of how it goes, though, too, man. There was this podcast like 3 years ago. It came out. This guy, I can't remember his name. I saw it a couple of days ago, but he was talking about Chauncey Billups' game. And he was just saying nobody can win. The pro players are always losing. He was like, all the pro players that play in his game lose every single time. The pro players. So he was like, it was bad. But that's what happened. He got caught cheating. I'm pretty sure he got caught cheating, and somebody told on him from the FBI, man. Told the FBI on him, and it was a wrap. That's all.
They said this is over a year-long type investigation that's gone on, and they're nowhere near done yet, because I'm pretty sure there's going to be even more dominoes to fall.
Yeah, this has been going on for years. This game has been going on for years, man. Like, I'm talking like maybe a lot of years, bro. It's been going on for a long time. So
you're talking about the Gambino crime family.
Yes, I was about to say this is something like out of the 40s and 30s and stuff.
Yeah,
mafia families. Yeah. This is insane. It absolutely is insane.
I mean, look, man, these NBA players, they get so much money when they guarantee contracts, they don't know what to do with it. If you don't know what to do with your money, man, you can you slide some this way.
Let me say this thing with that. Okay, Matt. All right, let's just say for bleeps and giggles, you just got to check from the Atlanta Hawks, and I'm just saying this is bleeps and giggles. Let's say they give you a 10-year, $300 million deal, and 150 of it is guaranteed. The moment you put a pin there, they give you $150 million. You really going to tell me you're going to go gamble $50,000 away that could turn around and dog fighting or whatever,
I'll tell you this. I'll tell you this right now. I've been in the league for like 15 years. I've been at contract after contract after contract. I got money put away for the family. Everybody's good. Now I have nothing to do.
Why do you want to go gamble? Why would you want to go gamble at the possibility of
some people want to make more
everything?
One phrase: tax-free money.
That's true.
Because if you're getting 150 mil on a contract guaranteed,
half of that's gone.
One time,
half of it's gone real quick.
You might see 50 mil of that contract. That's all you're actually going to see. The 100 mil goes straight to taxes.
Yep.
So tax-free money. I mean, you talk about that much money and it's tax-free.
And it's easy. It's easy money. Man, please.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
And all you got to do is use your name to get people in there to play this.
That's it.
So, all right, we have time. Let's talk.
I'm shocked when you hear about Jordan being there, boy.
I'm pretty sure he's somewhere. If I had to,
stop acting like Mike wasn't the number one. Stop acting like Mike wasn't the number one on them tables.
No, next. That's a flag. Next time.
Stop acting like Mike wasn't the number one on the tables now.
All right,
we know Mike was
next
on
topic.
Next topic. You're gonna bring Jordan in this. Come on.
He was on them tables. You know he was on them tables, man.
In Florida,
Matt, you on a roll today?
Hey, he was on them tables. He even said it in the Jordan thing, man, during COVID. Boy was on them tables.
All right,
go on.
Next topic, please. So, guys, we do this every week. It's our weekly college football pick, and we pick up 10 games. Okay. Now I will tell you this. I will send out the next week's pick'em challenge for everybody on Saturday. But I'm gonna give you 10 games. You're gonna just tell me the winner and give me a prediction of the score. The first one, UCLA and Indiana. The reason why I chose UCLA is because they started 0-4. They've won 3 straight. They're back in the talks of a bowl game, which is weird. But Indiana is the number 2 ranked team in the nation. Matt, we'll start with you. UCLA or Indiana? What's the final score?
Oh, I'm gonna go with Indiana on this one. Give me 38-13.
Pinsman, what about you?
Indiana.
What's the final score?
Same as Matt. I like that
All right,
score.
Shane. Indiana or
Blowout.
UCLA?
Blowout was a blowout.
Yeah,
Indiana
exactly.
48-10.
Ooh, I say Indiana's going to win.
There's the 10 again. Come on now.
But I will say this: I say 34-21 is the final score. The next one,
Oh,
Matt,
Brandon.
we're playing your boys here: Syracuse, Georgia Tech. I say Georgia Tech wins. I say it's 24-17 Georgia Tech. What do you think, Matt?
Yeah, we always have trouble with Syracuse, dude.
Everybody does. Everybody has
Yeah,
trouble with
man.
Syracuse.
Dang. And Syracuse might be that one that get us. Not gonna lie, they might be that one that get us. But I'm gonna go with Georgia Tech here. Give me Georgia Tech 28-24.
Pinsman, Georgia Tech and Syracuse.
Not
What do you think the final score?
Not Pittsburgh. Georgia Tech wins 28-17.
Shane, Georgia Tech or Syracuse?
If this game was at the Carrier Dome, it would be a different story. But with it at Bobby Dodd, I'm going to say Georgia Tech 31-21.
So we're all saying it's going to be between a 7 to 10 point swing. I like that. All
We'll be
right,
stopping by there tomorrow.
the next one, Ole Miss and Oklahoma. I think this is going to be a signature game for both Lane Kiffin and Brett Venable. But I think Venable actually wins. Give me 17-14. I know Ole Miss can score because it's Lane Kiffin, but Brett Venable has always had that number on the defense. 17-14, Oklahoma wins. Matt, who you got?
I'm gonna go with Ole Miss here. I think Ole Miss wins 28-21.
Pensman, who do you got?
I got Oklahoma winning 24-17.
I like it. Shane, what about you?
This is one of those toss-up games. Ole Miss coming off of a tough loss against Georgia on the road and then going back on the road against Oklahoma. Oklahoma performed well against South Carolina last weekend. That defense, I think, is going to have a little bit too much trouble with Ole Miss. I see Ole Miss squeaking this one out, maybe like a 23-21, 24-21 kind of game.
Pretty much whoever has the ball last, I think is going to win.
It's going to be. I think that's really good. Who turns out who wins that game?
Yeah.
As you guys see, we're all saying it's close.
One of the halves is going to be a true defensive half between the two teams. Like there's
right.
going to be one half that's going to be scoring.
Yeah,
like,
it's going to be a chess match.
Like back and forth, and then the next half, either way it works.
Ain't nobody going to be scoring to get past that 50-yard line.
Struggle, couple field goals.
You could do, I could do better.
That's
Can't do anything greater than you. Mia Hamm and Michael Jordan commercial. I remember that.
All right. So here's the next one, okay? South Florida and Memphis. Memphis just recently was being talked as they were going to crash the playoffs. They lost. They still have a chance, but South Florida, Memphis, I say South Florida wins this one 31-21. What about you, Matt?
For all the games. I can go with you. I go South Florida on this one, man. 31-21. I can see that.
Pensman, South Florida or Memphis? Who you got?
South Florida wins because Memphis is crying the blues 28-21.
And Shane, what about you? Who you got? Oh, it's two.
I think Memphis comes back after that loss last week and completes the upset at home. I'm going to say Memphis 38-28.
Wow. Okay.
Wow, that's high.
Next one. Yeah, that's a high score. Next one. Alabama and the struggling South Carolina Gamecocks. I think Bama absolutely waxes the floor with South Carolina. I'm saying, Matt, I'm saying this too. And Pensman, I'm bringing back your 10. 48-10, Bama over South Carolina. What about you, Matt?
Yeah, Bama's off of blood these last few weeks, man. I see Bama winning this one 34-7.
Pensman?
42-7 Alabama. No, not tonight.
All right. Shane?
not tonight.
Who you got?
With it being at South Carolina, I think it's going to be closer than expected. I'm going to say 28-21 because South Carolina has some sort of supernatural ability to play good against Alabama at home.
We shall see. The next SEC matchup, Missouri and Vanderbilt. I'm saying Vanderbilt wins this one 34-31. Matt, who you got?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Vanderbilt in this one too, man. I actually think it's gonna be a blowout, man. I think Vanderbilt's gonna win more so like 41-17.
Pensman, who you got?
Vanderbilt, same score as Matt.
Wow. Shane, what about you?
I got Vandy winning it, but I think with these offenses, it might be lower scoring than expected. So I'm gonna go.
But Vandy's playing moving the ball.
Vandy 31, Missouri 17.
Which, by the way, folks, if you're keeping tabs, when was the last time you could all sit there and say Vanderbilt was going to be XYZ? Vanderbilt's going to be ABC. Vanderbilt's going to be EFG. Like, when was the last time you could say that?
Since they started kicking butt and taking names this year.
Basketball.
Hey, man.
Yeah.
Hey.
Well, I'm talking about football, but it's pretty cool.
Yeah. What was that?
You say that Vandy, Indiana, and Georgia Tech are all ranked in the top 10.
I know that's so crazy.
Let's not forget. Come to us. Come to Vanderbilt. Come to us. What was that? yeah. Bama, we're ready for you.
And then they lose 52-0. Yeah. Just saying. That was it. Next game, Baylor and Cincinnati. I think Baylor's going to win 28-24. What about you, Matt?
I'm gonna go with Cincinnati on this one, man. I think Cincinnati's gonna pull this one off. Baylor, I don't know. Long going on the days of RG3. But I'm gonna go Cincinnati on this one, 21-17.
Shane, who you got?
I got Cincy, and their offense is
Their offense. They really are.
Well, they're going to give Baylor fits. I'm going to go Cincy 41, Baylor 17.
Pensman, what about you?
Baylor wins 41-35.
See, it's going to be a good game regardless. Next one,
high scoring game.
And the first one I'm going to on this is because this is his team. Michigan State. I got Michigan winning this one by a close 28-24. Who you got, Pensman?
28-21 Michigan over Michigan State, and Michigan will punch their ticket into at least a bowl game. And we have a clear path to the CFP, so we'll see if that actually happens or not. I'm not holding my breath on it, though.
Matt, who you got? Michigan or Michigan State?
I'm going to go with Michigan here on this one. I think Michigan will win this one. Give me 28-21.
Shane, who you got? Michigan or Michigan State?
Well, I'm just going to go ahead and say this. Michigan State, with their coach up there this year, has made leaps and bounds improvements from the past 2 years. But Michigan, I think they're finally getting their legs under them. Underwood is starting to understand and process the game fast. With that type of athlete, the type of kid that he is, it's only up from here. So I got Michigan. I'm going to say to keep it on the ground a good bit, especially on the road. I like Pensman there, 28-21.
Here's the question, though: is Underwood going to finish his career in Michigan?
Yes.
I think he will.
If
he's going to be the first pick in the draft. You
said the same thing about Arch Manning.
Arch Manning is going to be the first pick in the draft.
He's
Ty Simpson, man. Ty Simpson.
Arch Manning ain't coming out this year. Arch Manning's going to come out next year. He's not coming out this year.
No, this year.
Arch Manning ain't coming out this year. I don't think so.
Last game. We're going to pick. I was going to do 10. We're going to do 9. This last one. Presbyterian taking on Dayton. And by the way, Presbyterian is traveled. They are in Dayton, Ohio. I think Presbyterian starts 8-0. I think they win. And after what I saw them do to Stetson, I could see Presbyterian winning 38-10. Matt, who you got?
You and your tens again.
I know, right?
Man.
I haven't really watched Presbyterian play too much this year. I don't think I've watched the game. I've watched some of the highlights though. But
I'll give you some credit.
I'll go with them over Dayton. I can see them beating Dayton. Give me 35-28.
Shane, who you got? Dayton or Presbyterian?
Well, it's too close to basketball season for Dayton to be good at football, so I'm going to go with PC on this one. I'm going to say 31-28, though, close.
Pensman, what about you?
Same as Shane, Presbyterian 35-28.
And I know Coach Bice is watching us right now. Real quick.
Hey, I'm going to go ahead and say Citadel all day on that last game that you're leaving. I got to for my.
Hey, but Furman, they've been looking like ducks out of water. So yeah, I think the Citadel wins that one too. Real quick, Shane, I know you have a small. I know you got a short story to share with us with sports. Go ahead, man.
Oh yeah, well, I'm glad I got on here before Pensman, but man, I just want to shout out, to Aaron Rodgers. It came out this week with them playing the Packers on Sunday Night Football. Came out that him and the Packers organization are really, kind of at men's and want to retire him as a Packer. So, it's good to see, we saw the same kind of situation when he left compared to his predecessor, I think if he would have went to Minnesota this year, we might be having different talks, just like the other one did. He spent 18 years of his career there at Green Bay. Not all of it was great, but he still won some for him and got him a Lombardi back home. So, he mentioned it this week when they drafted Love. He kind of saw the writing on the wall since he had already been there before. So that's kind of when they went shopping. But, we saw the Chargers bring back Phillip Rivers after, a great career there. And then bring him back and retire him as a Charger. With this story that I kind of brought up, I kind of got a question for everybody out there. Are we going to see this like for the rest of our future? We're going to see great quarterbacks at the end of their career go to another team, finish out, do good or bad, and then eventually retire with the team that drafted them and they had such a great career at. Are we going to see, multiple teams have numbers retired because of one person based on their legacy and what they did at each team? So it's kind of
a real good question.
It's an interesting thing to see, especially with the movement that we have today in the NFL.
Lily, tell us what you think, honey.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's going to be interesting. I mean, we saw Peyton Manning. He had an illustrious career in Indianapolis. He goes to Denver, wins another Super Bowl in Denver. He hits the record for the most, touchdowns, basically, and then he rides out into the sunset. So I think it's going to happen. So we'll see. All right, then now comes the best moment of our show. It's the honorable mentions. This is where we mention big stories that are not so big, and we're really excited about talking about them. My first one is the upcoming week in the Southeast. What? Why? Because it's going to be cold, it's going to be wet, and in some locations, Shane, snowy. Yes, for those who are paying close attention, every time, this is a true stat, every time we here in the South have this type of temperatures with the cold temperatures and the snow this early, it means 100% of the time it's going to be a snowier than average winter. NOAA has predicted that. The Weather Channel has predicted that. Literally every weather organization there is all saying the exact same thing.
Wednesday's Euro model. I sent you the picture. It shows about 10 minutes up the road for me. So.
Yep, Shane's gonna get the taste of the snow probably before I don't know. Pensman might get tasted before us, but it's gonna be snow regardless.
We had first frost last night, so
that's right. So it's coming. But they said this every indication, and Shane, you even alluded to this. There was something they mentioned earlier on that said that it's going to be an indication it's going to be a snow, didn't you?
Yeah. A fog in August up here. If you get many foggy mornings in August and stuff like that, it means that the colder air is closer to the ground, so you're going to get a snowier winter. Yep.
So shout out to everybody in the Southeast. Be ready for the cold. It's coming. Matt, what is your first honorable mention, sir?
My first honorable mention is going to go to Aaron Gordon. For those who did not see the game last night, there was a back and forth between the Nuggets and the Warriors. Ended up going into overtime. Steph Curry dropped 16 straight to Willis' team the victory, but Aaron Gordon dropped the career high 50 points. Now, I'm not giving him the honorable mention because of the 50 points. I'm giving him the honorable mention because the Warriors tried to give him the game ball, and he said he didn't want it because he doesn't want to take an L home with him. So, shout out to Aaron Gordon.
I love that. Pinsman, what is your first honorable mention, sir?
BJ Edgewood went off. That's my first one. If you guys aren't a Sixers fan, I invite you. Applications are needed, so give me the stack on it'll be all on my desk. BJ Edgewood went off against the Boston Celtics. They defeated the Boston Celtics 117-116 at opening night in the TD Garden. Everybody was crowded, and then when they missed the buzzer, everyone went to a silent hush. It was awesome. So BJ Edgewood, you're gonna have a good career. You beat Iverson. Too bad you didn't get Will Chamberlain, but you can't get 42 points every game. So
it was his first game. 30-something points his first game. He came out there hot.
He
man,
beat
on fire.
Iverson at 30.
Yeah, good shots. Good shots. Played sound defense. You guys might have you one. But here's the thing though. Joel Embiid only had 8 points, played limited minutes. I mean, are we seeing a transition?
Did I mention Joel Embiid?
Are we seeing a transition? Is it going to go more towards Maxi's team? Because Maxi had a heck of a game too.
I say Embiid. I said.
Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth, Chris Tucker?
So it's time for Embiid to be a role player. Embiid's going to be a role player now? What?
No, ain't no way.
He was an MVP
right,
2
Shane,
seasons ago.
Shane, what is your first honorable mention, sir?
Oh, well, my first honorable mention, shout out goes to Monty Quinn of Curry College, running back, setting the NCAA record last weekend for rushing yards in a single game. Had 20 carries for 522 yards, 7 touchdowns to go along with that as well.
What was this?
Monty Quinn. He's a running back for Curry College. They're Division III.
Oh, that's right. I saw that score. That's a crazy.
Yeah,
500 yards.
Yeah, 522 yards. Set the NCAA record across all divisions for rushing. Samaje P. Ryan, I believe, for Oklahoma had it at 427. I believe.
Forget college football. That has to be for every level. I don't think I've ever seen anybody score 522 yards rushing. That's insane.
He had I believe
that
8 rushes of over 25 yards in the game, and I think that 6 of them, either 5 or 6 of them, went for touchdowns. So, shout out to Monty Quinn. For that feat, we mentioned it before with the old cat quarterback up there in Western. Smaller schools doing big things this year as far as record goes.
That's right, absolutely. My next honorable
competition now.
Yeah, my next honorable mention, Matt, literally goes to, like you just alluded to. Shout out to all of the NBA teams and all the fans who got to see wins for opening night. Of course, Matt, we have to say this. Hopefully we see big improvements from our Hawks. However, at this rate, I don't know. But shout out to everybody who won last night for one opening night in the NBA. Tremendous uptaking there. Matt, what is your next honorable mention, sir?
All right, my next honorable mention is going to go to a particular running back who had to sit back and listen all week to how Bijan Robinson is the best running back in the league. So when Christian McCaffrey, got that ball, he got busy with 201 total yards from scrimmage and 2 touchdowns to show that he's still the top running back in the league. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this honorable mention to Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah, run CMC, run.
Pisman, next one. What is your next honorable mention, sir?
I have breaking news that Bryce Harper might be joining the New York Yankees in 2026. Believe it or not, don't shake your head no, Shane. There's problems in Philadelphia.
We don't do probabilities.
Playoffs.
We only do facts. We only state facts. We don't state wishes and dreams. We only state facts.
$400
but it might be a fact. I'm just saying. He might. if they trade Austin Wells to Philadelphia, there's your trade. So
Hey, we will see on that
a lot
one.
of people
I could see something like that happening too. I could see it happening. Aaron
That-
Judge,
it would
Judge,
happen.
Bryce
Aaron
Harper.
Judge.
Aaron Judge
Right,
and Bryce
yes.
Harper together.
Yes,
I can see it happening. I can already.
And
The
watch
Kings
them
of
still-
New York.
and
The
look-
Kings of New York. I can see this
And
happening.
look,
Welcome
watch the
to
New York
New
Mets.
York.
Hey, but then I got this for you. That watch the New York Mets. You know what? They got Bryce Harper, Aaron Judge. Let's go sign, Joe Blow to a 55-year, $900 trillion contract and backdate it to the year 4000. That's what they will do.
So the Mets can just Met again. They'll start out hot, but then
Yeah.
just fizzle out.
Because it's the
That's
Mets.
what they do.
That's
The Mets are
fine.
going to Met.
That's all they do. That's right. Shane, what is your next honorable mention?
Welcome to New York.
Congratulations goes out to Tony Valletto, a former head coach of the Tennessee Volunteers, or should I say manager there in the dugout, is the first college manager to make that transition to the MLB straight out of college.
They got a winner right there. He is legit a fantastic manager.
Yeah, they just signed him with the San Francisco Giants. People, Max Scherzer played for him, said that he absolutely loves them to death. I mean, it says something. It's just a big question mark because, the MLB's always been about tradition and all, and this kind of goes against the grain. First college manager to come into the pros and start right away. Also, the first one that hasn't really played any professional ball at all, or really in the game as much. But man, congratulations to him. And I mean, we saw what Tennessee did a couple of years ago with that staff and everything. If he can develop talent and make it like he did in college, San Francisco Giants and Buster Posey might have made the right move here, and got them back on the path that he was on back in what was that, 2010 when they won the series.
Yeah.
Within a couple of years.
God, it's been that long.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. And I'll go ahead and combine it with congratulations to Kurt Suzuki as well for landing the Angels job.
Yep. First, as we heard from our good friend Rob DeMello, well, actually, you and Matt were not on here, but Kurt Suzuki is the first Hawaiian-born manager, full-time manager ever in Major League Baseball history. So, congratulations goes out to Kurt Suzuki. My next honorable mention, and this is actually because I know Coach Bice is probably watching on this one. Shout out to Presbyterian College, y'all. After they came on our show, literally every media outlet, including ESPN, has now started featuring some form or another with Presbyterian. Presbyterian, if they win this week against Dayton, they're 8-0. And here was a crazy stat, and I think I saw this. College Football Reddit made the post. There was a chance up until recently that Presbyterian could have gone 12-0, could go 12-0, and they'd miss the playoffs. However, every media outlet and everything has proven wrong that if Presbyterian goes undefeated, they absolutely are in the playoffs. But even if they go 11-1 or 10-2, they're in the playoffs still. So congratulations to Presbyterian getting the opportunity to get the national coverage that they deserve. They are the smallest program, again, as we say this regularly, the smallest program in all of Division I, and they're doing things small, yet they're mighty. So absolutely congratulations goes out to Presbyterian. All right, Matt, what is your final honorable mention, sir?
Yes, my final honorable mention is going to go to the guy that showed us he's going to be the best player in basketball for the next 15 years. Mine goes to Victor Wembanyama.
Do not say Bronny James.
Again, it goes to Victor Wembanyama. Victor Wembanyama had a crazy game against the Dallas Mavericks. I mean, guys, we saw step back threes, heens between twings and step backs through. I mean, we seen everything, reverse jams. I mean, he had Anthony Davis looking pedestrian on defense. And Anthony Davis is one of the league's top defenders. So I got to give it to Victor Wembanyama. In 30 minutes, he had 40 points, 15 rebounds, 3 blocks, and that's a light day. That was a light day for him. He barely broke a sweat. So shout out to Victor Wembanyama for showing us he's going to be the best player in the league for the next 15 years.
I was so thinking you were about to say Shout out to Bronny James, who will be the best player because he's the chosen one, the prince.
And he didn't play a single minute.
Come on, Matt. You did set yourself up for that. You did do that.
You guys misheard me. LeBron James has the chosen one tattooed on his back.
Yeah, but you said you called him the chosen one.
I didn't say that.
Go back and all right, I'm gonna go back.
I said he is the son. I said being the son of the chosen one.
You said the chosen one or the prince. That's exactly what
I said. He's the prince, being the son of the chosen one.
Yeah, I guess you can call him the prince.
Yeah, that's what I said. So, but we're gonna let these guys. We're gonna let these nepo haters. We're gonna let these nepo haters, hear what they want to hear and call it a day, man.
Princess.
Bryan James.
We bring receipts.
We're gonna see what happens. First of all, let's see if LeBron is gonna stay in LA or not, man. Word on the street is
he's retired this year. He's retired this year.
Where is he gonna go this time, Matt? The Warriors?
Back home to Cleveland. That's where he's gonna go.
He is not going back to Cleveland. That is just clickbait.
You need to get on up out that Phil Knight chair, though.
Yeah, get away from that idea of him going. You know what? I can be Bobby Knight all I want. No, you get out of that whole mentality.
Brandon, you just have to understand this, Brandon. Brandon got to understand this. When LeBron retires, he can do whatever he wants in the NBA. He will get any job he wants in the NBA. Whatever LeBron wants to do,
just stay off the court.
Whatever LeBron wants to do, that's catered towards the NBA. He is going to have free reign. So you're going to see LeBron for a long time. Oh, and let's not forget, we got young Bryce coming.
No. Anyway, Shane, what is your next honorable mention, sir?
We got young Bryce coming.
I'm gonna dabble into yours and Penman's favorite sport here. I'm gonna go with shout out to the Carolina Hurricanes. And they are out on the tears, like I told you guys they would be to start the season.
It's still early.
6-1, first in the division. It's still early, but Carolina has answered the call of the fan and said, okay, we always have this playoff push and we're always good in the playoffs. Why can't we do it to start the season? They're actually doing it to start the season. So, of course, let's just use the old cliche. It's not how you start. This might end up like last year where they start hot and then all of a sudden they trade off everybody to Dallas and then somehow still end up in the playoffs and going deep. But shout out to Carolina coming out hot, 6-1. Let's go Canes.
Hey, wait a second. We have a particular incoming infrequency here. Oh my goodness.
What's
Bryan
up, guys?
Pettit. He is at the Greenwood game. Real quick, give us your honorable mention about Greenwood, please, sir.
Well, let me just tell you this. It's halftime, and the score is 49-0 to Greenwood High School over JL Man right now.
That's a mollywop.
Yeah, it's pretty much over. So they can't stop Greenwood, and Greenwood's doing everything they can.
Hey, that's pretty cool, man. Have you seen anything like that's catching you off guard? I mean, are they just absolutely there to play, or is it just like whatever?
Yeah, they're not playing a ton. So yeah.
Well, there you guys have it. Our stats guy here is at Greenwood High School. All right. Real quick, guys, I'll let you guys know. Our next episode will be Tuesday, October 28th. It is episode 163. We have the athletic director at Utah Tech joining us. And then there will be no episode on Halloween. Tuesday the 4th, we have Whittier College talking to us about how their 12-year hiatus went. November the 7th, which is Friday, we have Abe Gordon joining us again. Matt, I know you can't wait for that one. Then Tuesday, November the 11th, we have the Biloxi Breakers pro hockey team joining us. So with that being said, for everybody who watched us tonight, thank you to that. We appreciate you. To our guest, Addison Burlison, for coming on and telling us her journey about basketball. Real quick, Pinsman, say your goodbyes, please, sir.
Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Matt almost at 1100. Well, the 10,030. So help me get there. Help me get to 1100. So if you hate there's a lot of hate. Let's all respect each other. Let's be kind. Let's be nice to each other. If you don't like what the other person says, walk the other way. There's no point of fighting to get yourself in jail. So yeah.
Amen. Shane, tell everybody your final goodbyes, please, sir.
Oh yeah, well, since high school football's mentioned, Bavard's up on Tuscola right now, 29-0.
This is the region championship, right? If they get it, don't they?
No, they got Pisgah next week. If they win this one, then they have no shot at losing the region. Period. So this would be.
And ladies and gentlemen, he might be there. So if you get the chance, go say hey to Shane.
Whoa! Don't tell his whereabouts. Hey man, come on.
Shane don't bite. He goes to Brevard. He goes check them out all the time. They're great.
Shane got to walk with the bodyguards. Come on now.
just because y'all bigger than me don't mean that y'all bodyguards.
I love it. But what do you say to everybody, sir?
Oh man, well, like I said, I had to put a little tidbit in there, but man, as always, just go out, love everybody. May the good Lord bless you, and peace, love, and bacon grease.
Peace, love, and bacon grease indeed. And Matt, what do you tell everybody not to get done, sir?
Oh yes, guys, the weekend's coming up. A lot of people, college football's out there, NBA's back, football's back. Everybody's parlays are hitting. So guys, just make sure if you're gonna drink and drive, make sure you do it at the house. Last thing you need is the whoops to come up behind you and take you to jail, because you're going to be in there for the whole weekend. You ain't going to see no judge till Monday, possibly Tuesday, because, judges don't like Mondays for some reason. So just go ahead and just drink at the house. If you're going to drink while you're out, get an Uber. Uber, guys, it's a snap. Get an Uber. So do that. And remember, guys, don't get flagged in the game of life.
Yes.
Follow the rules.
Just call Matt.
Do not call me. Do not call me.
His numbers are standing by 24 hours a day.
I swear to God, if I pick up the phone, yes, you have a call for maximum security. Click. Go right back to sleep.
Matt is standing by 24/7 to help you with your life problem.
I'll accept it and leave it on the side table while I go back to sleep, so you can hear me.
I love it.
Let me go ahead and turn off notifications on my phone.
Do not disturb.
Yeah,
baby.
Guys, as I always tell you, peace up, A-Town down wise. Go to Sports City there, everyone. You guys have a wonderful weekend. We will see you on Tuesday. Hey, shout out to our guy Bryan. Bryan, thank you for letting us know the score for Greenwood. I wish Roswell could blow people out like that, but we'll see. Y'all have a wonderful evening. Enjoy this lovely outro that Matt has made us. Good night.